But,
Yo, what up, YouTube? It's Bryce, aka Brycey from the block, aka Bryce Cream Cone on a hot summer day, aka Dr. MST Negates, aka Yusei Fudo's grandpa. So, I'm here with my friend Mitchell doing a frog deck profile. He insists that it's frogs, not monarchs or lancer frogs or anything. So I guess swag him out, and here we go.
Alright, starting with the monsters. Ran triple swap frog. It's like the heart and soul frogs. It just mills them. You return it to your hand, and you should probably always keep it in your hand too, by the way. Don't let it hit the grave. It's bad. Unless you have another one. One tree-born frog. I only ran one tree-born frog because it's not... The deck doesn't really rely on tree-born frog. It's not really your...
Just there, but people think that it matters.
So like people will banish this over like a Ronin Toad, which would hurt me more, but... Okay. Anyway, I run two dupe frog, search a swap frog, and I can banish it for Ronin Toad. Two poison draw frog, I can banish it for Ronin Toad, and it's good with Sea Lancer. And then I run the two Ronin Toad, only need two. Just go into Gotchis and Augustos most of the time, or sack for Lads and Kaises and good stuff. One flip-flop frog. Flip-flop frog can set itself, and when it's flipped face up, they return on one monster. You can target, or it actually doesn't target, but you can return monsters on your opponent's side of the field up to the amount of frogs you have on board. So like if you have it set, a good thing to do would be maybe like special out your Ronin Toads, which are treated as Des frogs on the board, and then you'd flip and just return all their monsters and go into
My bad, society.
Digustos and just OTK through, and that's pretty neat. Triple Battle Fader, that's all I ran for stopping OTKs. I don't think I needed Gores or Trag, and Battle Fader's good. I ran three Kaises, banishes a card. If it's a dark, they take 1,000. He's just big guy. Ran one Lad. One Lad was good. I never thought I needed another one. Drew it when I wanted to. One Dark Dust just clears the field for those decks that want to spam out, and it really makes them use their back row too. I'd rather have them use something on this like a Kais. Well, maybe not. I don't know, like Kais. Two Sea Lancer just to get the frogs back from the banished zone.
Eat up resources like that.
And yeah, just fucking sits there at 27 with a Gotchi on board. And then one Mother Grizzly Secret goes into Sea Lancer and Swap Frog. There's a Swap Frog in there. One Dark Hole. Kills all the monsters. One Foolish Burial to set up my graveyard. Three MST, trying to get rid of the back row so my plays go off nicely. Two Salvage. Can reuse Sea Lancer and swap frogs and other water monsters. Two creature swap, just trade a frog or a battle fader and then attack over it. Or if you can like... No, never mind, that doesn't work. No, fuck this shit. Okay. One soul exchange and one enemy controller. I'm really kind of debating how much I want to run between these three cards, but it's iffy. And I don't know.
Right now, that's the way it was.
Ran one Torrential, Compulse, D-Prison, good trap cards.
This guy.
To stop effects, I ran Breakthrough Skill, and it's really good because you can just chain it. Like, it's better than Phoenix Chain in this deck because of Tree-Worn Frog and stuff like that. And then I ran two Dust Tornado, just trying to get rid of the back row. And then going into the side deck.
The side deck, the most broken part of the deck. And just to clarify, he did split top two with this deck, believe it or not. Better believe it though. Alright, swag.
I ran one Spirit Reaper. My logic was I can't get over it, and then if I want I can poke their hand, and then I'll just sack it for something and win the game. Thunder King. My logic with Thunder King was like first turn Thunder King, and they're like, oh my god, and they can't do anything, and then I just win the game.
Waste resources.
Cyber Dragon, you can special it and get over stuff. You know, it gets rid of their bottomless, maybe their deep prison, maybe a warning if they're that desperate to not. And I can sack the Cyber Dragon. I can just special it and do stuff with it and hopefully win the game. Vanity's Fiend, a lot of decks special summon a lot, and you can't if he's on the board. So if you can't special summon and you want to, then you're going to lose a game.
That 1x Vanity.
Ran one Gores in case thought I was going to get OTK'd a lot. That didn't happen because I ran Gotchi, and they couldn't really get over it, and it just helped me win the game. And then I ran double Trag. Trag's really good. I can drop it on the board when I take damage, and my hand's usually pretty full, so I can be like 3,000. And it can also go into Gotchi because it's a level 2, and that's really nice. I ran Fissure. Fissure kills the monster. What's Fissure do? The monster with the lowest attack on your opponent's side of the field. I sided a creature swap. I sided in a lot. I like creature swap. 1 Book of Moon because, you know, gotta put stuff face down. I ran Trap Stun. I like Trap Stun because it's really easy for the deck to get game. Just have a Caius on board and then Digusto. You have a Trap Stun on board. The Caius gets rid of the other monster, and then it's like 54 to the face. Sided a 2nd D Prison because if they attack a lot, then that'll give them troubles. Ran 1 Solemn Warning on the side. It's sometimes Torrential's not good enough, I guess. I don't know, because negates the summon. If they have effects on summon, then Torrential wouldn't work, and I just side out and side in between these trap cards. Ran 1 Bottomless. People were siding Trap Hole, so I decided to side Bottomless Trap Hole. And then 1 Metal Reflex Slime. I can use its effect, and then it'll sit there at 3,000, and then I can sack it and win the game.
Yeah, eat MSTs or whatever. How often did you switch between cards and stuff?
See that?
You'd actually put stuff in now? Or?
I would put mostly these for put in work, and it's just depending on the deck you play. Really, you would just like against Prophecies. These were good for like World but like especially Solemn Warning for World and the blue guy. And I don't know, so it was all good stuff, I guess.
Huh?
Bottomless for like Fire Fist
and decks, really.
Yeah. Maybe I should main it. I don't know. Then for the side or the extra deck, I ran 3 Slacker Magician. Just to stall. I have Battle Fader and Treeborn, so I can go into Slacker Magician pretty well. I ran 3 Gachis. It's probably the most used extra deck card. Just go in there and stall some. And then whenever you can OTK, you just Digusto helps you just go for it. And then they don't really expect it. They think they have more time than they do, and then you just MST Dust Tornado Caius, and it's just too much.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, that's like Blade Armor, basically. Attacks twice.
2 Herald of Pure Lights. This card was really good. It's probably what makes running 1 Lad possible, because you can go into the 2nd Lad. You can like just add it to your hand with this thing, and that's really good. Or Caius's or Dark Dust or anything. Ran 1 Dark Mist. It's a little harder to go into Dark Mist because I don't run Trag and I only run 2 Ronin Toad, so I'd really needed like to normal summon a frog and then have 2 Ronin Toads on board or something like that. So, but you should probably still have it just because it's an out to a lot of things. And I ran a Gauntlet Launcher and a Photon Strike Bouncer just in case they happen to leave 2 Monarchs on board and I need it. But I don't know, maybe Trag would help with this too.
I think he ran Chimera Tech as well, because I think that's 14 cards.
Oh,
but
I might have, I don't know. I ran Cyber Dragon, won the game.
Alright, so yeah, like to clarify that we're dead serious. This deck did it on him and won some packs. Pulled like 3 hollows. So I guess, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, go ahead and throw a thumbs up on it or whatever, and peace.